Hello everyone, this is the start of the final assembly of the cabin of this RV, all composite RV. I'll just get up here. Now I have a temporary support here on the roof and one here at the bottom near the floor. And what those are going to do is the first piece I'm going to glue in place is going to be the back door panel. So when I take all the tape off, and that's all that's holding everything together right now, is a bunch of cello tape. I don't know if you can see it there or not, but that's what's holding it together right now. I'll step inside. I have a lot of plywood and some styrofoam that I can walk on because I don't want to put a bunch of dents in the floor before I put the phylon on the floor. I have left the floor till last because basically nobody will be walking on it under the bed. So I'm just going to use some large scrap pieces as the phylon to be glued onto the styrofoam, and then over top of that will go linoleum. Linoleum just isn't strong enough to prevent the floor from denting, but once you put phylon on it, you can walk on it all you want and you won't dent it. Anyway, you can see the little black marks here along the corners. Those are so I know where to rough up the phylon so the glue adheres well. So shortly I will be removing the rear panel temporarily. Oh, the other thing I'm doing is, you can see the suction cups. These work really well, and they're pretty cheap on Amazon. I can't remember what they were, but $20 for a pair or something. Anyway, I got the idea of playing around with some battery operated ones, and I thought, well, I don't need anything that expensive. But what I'm going to do is, while the glue is setting on the rear panel, I'll be pulling the walls tight to the floor with the suction cups. They actually adhere quite well to the styrofoam, and amazingly well, obviously, to the fiberglass, phylon fiberglass. All right, catch you when I got some glue on. Okay, I tried to film putting on these suction cups. Unfortunately, my tripod went dead and it flopped sideways, so I don't think I got very much out of that. But at any rate, there is a bead of glue along the bottom and a bead of glue, you can just see it squeezing out a little bit, and that's the bead of glue directly against the foam that makes up the floor. And these suction cups work amazingly well. I didn't realize they would actually grip the styrofoam until I tried it the other day. But this will keep them nice and tight while the glue cures. And once the glue is cured, I will go ahead and put one of the sides on at a time and use the suction cups. Instead of going to the floor, I'll go directly across to the other wall. I only have 6 of these, so I think I may buy some more. I've got lots of ratchet straps, but I really think this will make a really good bond, nice and tight, keep everything nice and straight. And I checked the ceiling, or the ledge on the top, and it's at exactly the same height on both sides, which is good. And down here, you can't really see that well, but It'll have to be adjusted a little bit, but that'll happen when I glue the walls in. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, what I'm doing now is getting ready to run the glue. I have scuffed up the bottom of the sidewall and cleaned off the ledge that it's going to be glued to, as well as the side of this foam. This is basically a lap joint system. People at Styromax in Australia were my inspiration for building them like this. Basically, everything gets glued up, and then it just pops together and makes a nice, precise joint. The only thing I have to do is just blow out a little bit of stray pieces of styrofoam before I run the glue down. And I'll set up the tripod. Hopefully I'll make a better job of it than I did on the back wall. I mean, the back wall turned out great. Problem was, I forgot I had these little lifters. I've been using them to pull the glue joints tight. It would have been really easy if I'd have just put one on each side of the door instead of trying to awkwardly lift it up into place using the door opening. But hopefully this will go a little bit smoother. All right, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, here we go. I did end up gluing everything. Hopefully I won't make a big mess. Okay, what I'm going to do now is tape the outside corner at the top, and then I'll get the suction cups in place and pull it all nice and tight. As well, at the bottom I have 2x4 braces up against the trailer frame, and that's where I can put wedges in and push the bottom tight. Okay, now I've glued on the other side wall. As you can see, I'm doing it slightly different. Since the glue is all dry and everything's good over here, at the front and the back, I'm pulling it tight against the floor with the suction cups and ratchet straps. What else I'm doing, I basically took a piece of styrofoam and a rubber mallet and banged the sides in all the way along. And you can see I have wedges right in the middle. These are nice and tight. And now what I have to do to get the corner nice and square is I will be taking this straight edge, propping it up against the trailer, and then using these sliding bar clamps pretty well all the way up, as high as I can get them. And that will get the loose flap nice and tight. Keep the corner nice and square as the glue dries. Since it's secured tight against the sidewall with these two suction cup and ratchet strap assemblies, I don't have to worry about this corner. You can see a little bit of a gap, but that isn't a problem. It's just the amount of glue that's in there. Eventually it'll ooze out a little bit like it has here. And again, for extra strength, all the corners get caulked on the inside anyway. And they will also get caulked on the outside against this lip, because this lip will be cut down, to about 1/4 inch, maybe a little less top to bottom. And then there'll be room to put a little extra caulking there. All right, get back at it. Talk to you later. Okay, as I hope you can see, both the sidewalls are now glued on. So I'm just gonna end this series on gluing the sidewalls and the rear on. I'll make another short video to the set showing how I get the roof on, which I'm hoping will be fairly easy. Everything is fitting really well. Dimensions are really good. At any rate, I just wanted to explain a little bit this type of construction. I really think this is among the strongest ways to do a composite trailer. You see a lot of them. There are companies that make boxes like this, Styromax in Australia and a few others, that don't use the extruded joiner pieces. I really think because this is solidly glued together, it's just as strong as something that's made with the joiner pieces, and it has the advantage of being able to have nice curved surfaces that you don't get with a lot of the boxes that are made with the angle joiner pieces. Some of them just have a little slope that's still flat, not as aerodynamic. What else? A trailer like this, a big trailer, this is what I consider a big trailer, is a lot more work than building one of my Model 3s, for example. Building a small teardrop trailer, a formed composite trailer is what I like to call them, using a buck, a forming buck, is just a constant process. I could probably have built 2, maybe 3 Model 3s, probably 2 Model 3s in the time it has taken me to get this far with this one. Mostly because of all the cuts have to be perfectly accurate or nothing's going to fit together properly. But at any rate, I like to do things that are different, and this was a challenge I wanted to try. So I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and have a good day.